Hi and welcome to Daytime Lunchtime with MC2. My name's Maddie and this is our guest Em. And we're here to tell you our student stories from students to students. So today, again, we're here with Em, who's a member of our MC2 team and part of the television course. But we're not actually here to talk about your course today, no. Instead, we're talking about your job. You work at the old fire station club?
Yep.
Yeah, so sort of how did you look for that job when you sort of came to this course?
So yeah, the old fire station is the student club here at Bournemouth and AUB, but who cares? And I got that job by just applying basically on the website, and it was a few weeks before we started first year that I applied, and I actually had another job lined up. I was going to work at Clark's, which yeah,
very different.
Yeah.
Definitely
A very different vibe.
Yeah.
And I had the job lined up to go again to continue for another 3 years just here in Bournemouth. And then I got a response back from the fire station being like, we want to interview you. Yeah. But the interview was on the day of my first shift, so I never turned up to Clark's.
No, I mean, I don't think, no judgment to the shoe fitting, but it's less useful to your course, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely useless.
It
It was a fun learning experience, but I'd learned enough. I don't need to go in there and be like, that's an unloop anymore. I feel like I've moved on. Anyway.
Retail's tricky, retail's different. We don't need to think about it. You've got a much more interesting job. In this interesting job, how was the recruitment process? Like, what did you have to go through? Because it's quite a tech-heavy job. Was it quite intense or?
No, it was the most light-hearted interview I've ever been to in my life.
Really?
We basically sat there and it was a bonding exercise of like playing musical chairs and Duck, Duck, Goose. And I was like, I'm at a children's birthday party. It was so weird. It was like the club was just empty, the lights were all off, it was daytime. And it was just like a bonding exercise because it was us and the bar staff. So there were so many people. It was really weird.
It's interesting. It sort of sets the precedent of who you're working with, which is just, it's fun. It's a fun atmosphere to be in. With that fun atmosphere, though, it is quite an intense job, as in you're running it for the fun of the other people, I guess. Yeah. What does your job entail? So if you're going in for a gig, what's the like day-to-day when you come in and what you need to set up?
Yeah, so it entails absolutely no Duck, Duck, Goose.
No.
That is unfortunate.
It was
even though it was, when I applied, that's what I thought I was getting into. No.
It's quite disappointing, really.
Absolutely, I was so disappointed.
Much less running, I'd hope.
Yeah, I would say there's a bit less running, a lot more carrying, but a bit less running. So yeah, my job entails a lot of like moving some heavy technical equipment around, which as a small human being, it's quite hard on me, but it's fun. And then just setting
you up, getting
yeah,
strong.
Who needs a gym?
Yeah.
So it's just about setting up the equipment for like an event. So if it's like a gig shift, it would be doing like sound, like a sound run through, so you can hear the band before they play, just getting them in, getting the curtains up, getting the stage barriers up, making sure everything's just like sorted before the club night. And recently I've got the promotion, so I'll be like running full nights, which is so fun.
That's exciting.
Where I get to like turn on the lights. If I get to operate the lights, I get to.
You get to turn on the lights.
I get to turn on the lights. It's such a promotion. I get paid £2 more an hour to turn
on the lights.
I actually can't turn on some of the lights because the house lights are above doors.
No, that would be. It's probably better. It doesn't just become really light.
No, the house light. No, where they are, you have to press the button is above the door, and I can't reach it.
Oh no!
So if you're ever in the fire station before the night and you catch me trying to turn on the house lights,
jumping to get it.
Yeah, I had to get like chairs. It's quite funny.
With sort of this promotion, do you find it the sort of pressure of it because you're in charge of a night, or is it more fun because you can have more fun with sort of the lights and choosing how it looks? And
so yeah, I haven't been able to run a night on my own yet, so we haven't quite gotten the stress of it.
Part,
yeah, this is why I have 2 more like shadow shifts, and then I get to run a night on my own. But I know I should know enough. The only reason they're letting me go forward with this is that I know everything I need to know. So I should be good. Hopefully the stress won't get to me, and if it does, I know all of the best spots to hide.
What's your favourite colour scheme to go for, or is it just you feel the music and you change depending on the vibe?
Feel the music, but my go-to is pink, purple, and blue.
That's good.
It really works. Yeah. Like one of the old techies, he used to always put like green, yellow, and red, and I'd just sit there and be like, that looks so unappealing. It goes with some vibes, but
not others.
No.
So that's for a gig shift. So if you're going in for a club shift, is it the same or is it really different?
Yeah, so a gig would be like setting up for the band, but a club would be setting up for DJs. So DJs are typically more laxed. They don't need to do a sound check, they'll do it themselves, all on their own. Sometimes the DJs can be a bit more pushy because they want things in a certain way, but other times they're really laxed. It really depends on the DJ, who's coming, who's emceeing, and who's playing.
It seems pretty good because the people you have coming in know what they're doing. But like, despite this, is there anything that goes seriously wrong? Like lights falling, you know, lightning hits the building, screaming, crying, catastrophe. No, nothing like that?
No, there has been a few things, but none of the no falling lights, no lightning. You really like your lights. Yeah. There has recently been a scare of a fire. We thought there was a fire.
In the fire station?
Yeah, in the fire station. But no, it was actually an inferno, which is even worse, which is the building next door. There, we were all walking past, all of us techies were heading to the pub, as you do.
Yeah.
And we saw some fire engines. We're like, I feel like it's a decommissioned fire station.
Yeah, they've shown up very late to work. They have no idea.
Yeah, we were like, I feel like you shouldn't be there. So we went and checked it out, and it was some kids who tried to set fire to Inferno, which was next door. Again. So that poor building really doesn't have a break.
It's been through enough.
Been through it. So yeah, that was a bit of a scare, but it was just some kids thinking they were having some fun when in reality it was a bit stupid. Yeah. But an even bigger thing is we actually had a break-in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did they take a lot of stuff? Was there damages that you need to deal with?
That's the funny thing, is that they didn't take any of the technical equipment, to the thousands and thousands of pounds worth of technical equipment. They didn't take any of the liquor. They didn't take any of the money out of the like bar. They took VKs.
Just VKs?
Just VKs.
Like a lot? Like crates and crates?
No, like 5.
5?
Yeah, we wouldn't have even noticed they'd done anything if they weren't caught, which is, I'm assuming, what their point was. They thought they could get in and out without being caught. However, CCTV cameras are a thing, and like eyewitnesses are a thing, so they didn't get caught, which annoying. But like, if
they had to do all that effort in,
they put all that effort in.
It's probably good for you. It's not that much of a loss to the club.
Yeah, we're like, us techies drink that many VKs on a shift. Now I'm kidding, we don't. We're not allowed to do that.
Was there really a break-in, or was it just you guys going downstairs?
Oh, we could ask Dan. We'll come back next week with Dan Jidkov, and we'll try and work out. But yeah, so that was something that happened. It was quite annoying. They'd opened a stage door and just walked in and just taken some stuff while there was a club night happening upstairs. The security were otherwise occupied with like actual guests. But you know, it happens. We've just had to up the security, make sure that it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, a bit drama-filled.
Drama-filled. Oh, yeah. As I said earlier, with like the DJs. And sometimes there can be some reactive DJs. There's definitely some drama there.
Do they find it quite difficult because you're all students, because they don't know?
You're
definitely learning on the job as well.
Definitely. When one of my first shifts was KSI came in with his crew, and they'd obviously not been briefed that we were students, and I got a few like weird looks of like, why is this child here? And then I just had to kind of explain, I was like, this is my second shift here, and they were like, it's fine, and they were quite accommodating. It was nice.
Okay, that's good. It's good that you're in like a learning environment as well, but obviously you have the sort of, I'd hope in a bigger priority of uni that's quite heavy. Yeah. How do you balance those together?
Yeah, so university is my number one priority with working and stuff. Like, I'm here for, like, I love tech and I like doing the tech work, but like TV is where I want to be. But there is some like crossover between the two. I like cable management, cables, lighting, like things that cross over between studio and like live events.
They're pretty harmonious, going all the way up.
And then if I'm not a sound engineer, but that's one of the things I'm working towards, so that would help with sounds, like learning EQing and stuff like that. But with like time management and balancing, then it's a little more of a struggle, but like you've got to make it work. Like the whole thing of university is we don't get paid to be here, we pay to be here. Yeah. So you need to find other ways to get like the money to.
You got to prioritise what you
do. So yeah, there's a few long shifts, especially with like the nights coming up. I've got like 11 hours, 12 hours, so and so.
Is it intense all the way through 11 hours, or do you get? Is it like dipping in and out of?
The first like 4 or 5 hours would be a setup, so they'd be intense. And you'd probably have an hour, maybe like 45 minutes to sit there and do literally nothing. That's probably when you'd eat, because it's when setup's finished, and then the time between like the night beginning. And then you sit there the night, you play some lights. You only really get called away if like someone's pulled a light out somewhere or done something stupid. So it's not the most intense, but then at like 3 a.m. you've got to run around and put everything down again. So I'm very much not looking forward to leaving the fire station while the sun's up on the other side of the morning.
Do you get to go to the events as well? Yeah. Obviously not while you're working, because that would be a bit hectic.
You're always there if you're working. Yeah, you get free entry, which is nice. Good. So as anything
do you get
from
first pick on the ones you want then?
For working or going?
For going. not
Going. You
working.
can go to any of them. As long as all of the shifts have been taken, you can go to literally anything. There's no limit on who can go.
Do you get first pick on the shift? So you waiting till someone you want to comes in for a gig?
I really, really wanted to work Youngblood, but we unfortunately have a studio day. So we do get, if you're sneaky, you get first picks. If you like ask months in advance, you can get them. Like I really wanted to work Maisie Peters, and I got to work it. I really, really wanted to work Sam Fender. I even bought tickets for that because I was getting my friends to come with, but he cancelled, which was so annoying. But yeah, you get first picks, you get free entry. It's really nice.
I guess it's quite lucky you get in the sound check a little free concert as well.
Oh,
you
yeah,
get a double concert.
Yeah, it's such a flex to be like, yeah, I saw Maisie Peters and it was like a one-on-one gig and she's like performing with Ed Sheeran the next week.
It was to me, it was so romantic.
It was so romantic. Yes, the real story, me versus Maisie Peters.
That's quite exciting. I mean,
it's definitely the perk of working at a club is like it's fun like that.
It's also just generally fun, I guess.
Yeah.
It's, people go there to enjoy themselves, and it's good to know that the people working there are also having as much fun as everyone involved. Okay though, that's it though. We're having too much fun.
We're having way too much fun. Yeah, we're gonna run over.
But that's all we have time for this week, unfortunately. Will be joining us, in the crew for the rest of these week's shows, and it's been lovely.
Catch me at Lollipop next week. I'll be doing the lights if you want any colour requests. No song requests, I can't do that.
No song requests. Just look at Em and change the colours, and we'll see you next week.
Right, bye.
Bye.